parents aren't allowed to discipline their kids these days.
She's trying to punish me and take my phone just because I won't help her talk to this lawyer to get her husband out of jail who abused me and abused her.
He calls me a to my face. He calls me a slut. He said I cheated on his dad. With all of the other things that are going on with us, his deportation and all of that, you think we need this on top of it?
On June 15th, 2024, officers responded to a residence following a report of a boy calling 911, claiming his mother was treating him unfairly.
Hi. Sorry that you're here again, but I'm trying to take my son's cell phone.
Okay.
And he is refusing to give it to me. So he called 911. I'm sure you have been briefed by them.
Yeah.
He called them, telling them that I'm trying to punish him for no reason. First of all, I don't need a reason to take his phone. It's a privilege to have a phone. Second of all, I do have a reason to take his phone. He's being defiant, and that's warrant to take his phone away. Yeah. And I'm gonna take it away. He's grounded. His scooter is gonna be gone, all of that. So I'd appreciate you guys telling him, because I don't want to physically take the phone away from him.
Okay.
Because I am afraid DCF's going to get involved. I'm not allowed to get close to my kids. You know, touching them is going to result in a battery charge. Parents aren't allowed to discipline their kids these days. If you could just ask him to hand over the phone to me.
Where's he at?
He's in his room.
Okay.
And I'll get him. Ismael, you can give the officers your phone because I'm going to take it.
Well, no, it's not what I'm going to do, actually.
Are we allowed to come inside?
Go right there. Speak to them.
No,
You're the one that called 911.
No, because you're about to call 911. You can do whatever you
I
do.
told him I was going to call the police if he did not give the phone to me.
Okay.
I know you guys have been over here plenty of times.
And you know that she's crazy. I was on the phone with my sister. We both agree that she's freaking crazy.
Every time he and I have a disagreement, he calls my older daughter, who's 22 years old, who lives a few streets down, and they collaborate together.
We know what's happening.
I don't know what.
Okay, so my problem is law enforcement's at this doorstep over a phone. So give the phone. It's parenting. It's a privilege. If you're being disgruntled, if you're being disrespectful, you're getting punished. It's what it is.
Well, hold on. No, there's a reason. No, you don't know what's going on here. She's telling me.
Right, I don't know what's going on, but I see both of you bickering, arguing right now. So help me what's going on, okay?
She's trying to punish me and take my phone just because I won't help her talk to this lawyer to get her husband out of jail who abused me and abused her, hit her right in the eye. She wants to freaking lie about it. So,
Okay.
All right,
so she should probably.
That's all a lie right there.
No, it's not.
That
Sir, please don't believe her. Please.
I want
please
his drug
do not
tested.
believe her. I'm not going to lie to you about this.
Okay,
This
so
is all-
understand something.
This is all a safety thing.
All right, just understand you're not obligated to pitch into that stuff, okay? I know you're a juvenile. Okay, I understand that.
I have been threatened, and I had somebody lay their hands on me.
But I'm just trying to understand. The reason why we were called is because you told on 911 that you were being punished and that your phone was being taken away. None of that was said. Okay, so I am here now over a phone, and now this stuff's coming up. Okay, I get it. All right, you guys are a rock stuck in a hard place, and you are going to probably constantly be in a disagreement. But a phone is a privilege. From my understanding,
I'm not going to give it up.
We're never
if I
going. He's 14 and a half years old. He still has to listen to me, I think.
I understand that, but you got to understand, so I can't force anything. All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he can just leave. He can just leave.
Who can leave? The officer?
Yes, because he can't do nothing.
You're the one that called 911.
Okay, well, sir, never mind. Bye. Like, bye.
Okay.
Like, bye. Bye. Like, you can't do nothing.
Well, we have
Okay.
Teresa here. She could help us. I'm sure you've spoke with her before.
Hey. Hi. I'm going to be very honest with you. Are you with DCF?
No.
Okay. Well, I had a lady, Beth, from DCF, come over to my house last week about an argument that took place between me and my son and my husband. My husband was arrested last night at 2 o'clock in the morning on battery, assault, and child abuse charges because of my son right here. Okay? I'm in the process of getting him a lawyer because this is just untrue and unjust and unfair, and this shouldn't be happening right now. As you can see, I recorded my son for 3 minutes. He wasn't acting like this, but he's even being disrespectful to this officer right here. My son's the one that called 911 because I tried to take his phone away. Because having a phone is a privilege. I bought it.
Yeah.
I can take it away.
Yeah.
I bought him an electric scooter. I can take that away, and I'm going to. I don't even know where it is right now. He probably has it hidden. Every time me and him have a disagreement, he calls my older daughter, who's 22 years old, and they collaborate and corroborate together, and they gang up on me and attack me because neither one of them like my husband. So they're going to do anything they can to get my husband. My son's been doing this from the beginning. When I got divorced, he never wanted me to get remarried. He never wanted there to be another man in the house because he thought with my ex-husband gone, he was the man of the house. Now there is a stepfather, and he doesn't like that because he can't get away with doing what he wants to do. He wants to come and go whenever he wants, which he does. I cannot stop him. He smokes pot. I don't know what else he's doing. I want to get him tested. He was just at a program in Palatka, the interface program, for 35 days about a month ago, and he was doing okay when he first got out, and slowly he's slipping up again until it gets to this point where he basically just yelled at this officer.
Where's she at?
You can tell how angry I am because she just sounds so delusional because you just don't understand the whole situation.
Well, you gotta explain it to me, love bug.
I'm trying to tell you that she's trying to make me help her with this lawyer, and I'm not gonna do that. And she's gonna punish me for that? No, that's
No,
not.
Ismael.
That's not.
I said we have to talk to a lawyer because this involves you. I'm retaining a lawyer for my husband, and the lawyer's going to want to speak to him, and I just informed him of that. And he's like, nope, I don't want to have any part of this. I said, well, if the lawyer wants to talk to you, you're going to have to talk to him. He's like, I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want any part of this. And then I said, fine, if you're going to be uncooperative like that, and you're not going to do what we need to do, give me your phone. And that is when he called 911.
What was your intentions? Because I understand you guys jointly want to talk to a lawyer, but what was like the goal?
The goal is to get him to listen. He is defiant. There has to be some sort of consequence for this behavior. The only thing, I can't spank him anymore or else I'm going to be charged with child abuse. People get charged for child abuse for less things like my husband. So what else can I do? Take away his privileges, I think, would be the next thing. Grounding him, not letting him go anywhere, taking away his scooter, taking away his phone, driving him to and from summer school, not giving him the privilege of riding his scooter there himself, not letting him go over to his sister's house and get high anymore. I think those are reasonable consequences for this kind of behavior. And he takes upon himself.
I just want to understand. So he's getting punished for not talking to the lawyer. Is that what I'm
No,
understanding?
he's getting punished for being defiant.
Because you don't want me to talk to a freaking lawyer. See, like I'm not doing, but this delusional.
You say you don't want to deal with it, but this is all about my son. He is in the middle of all of this.
No,
I'm in the middle of this.
I talked to DCF, talked to Beth. We all talked. They even told me this is not my fault. All right.
This is far from over. Okay, my husband is being charged with 3 different charges that didn't happen. He's being charged with child abuse,
which is
battery, and assault.
Which is for me. The child abuse is for me.
So you're the
battery,
victim.
Yeah, the child abuse is for me.
The alleged victim, according to a DCF.
And the assault is for her because he punched her. He punched her in the eye.
Did you see him?
My brothers were
punch
in that van right there. They were sitting on it, watching them the whole time, and they watched him hit her. They have no reason to lie about it. They have no reason to lie about it.
After
our
is that right?
argument,
for her
I
husband
sent
to hit
him
her over to my daughter's house to diffuse the situation, to separate my husband and him. He wasn't even here. And he is saying all of these things that he think happened when he wasn't even here. You were not even here.
No.
Maria, my daughter, was not here.
We're not stupid people. We're not stupid.
Ismael?
We know what happened. And
with all due respect,
where it's from.
You guys absolutely don't know what you're talking about at all. Nothing. But that is a whole other situation that I'm dealing with.
I'm not trying to.
I'm not
trying to do this right now.
Come on,
you're the one
in my
that
car
called 911, Ismael. And then I called them back because when I started talking, he was on the phone with 911. I started talking and he hung up the phone when I started talking because he didn't want 911 to hear what I had to say.
No, actually, we're talking right now, so no, you're...
So why'd you hang up on 911?
Can't you just look at her and you can just see the lie? I could just pass you, see the lie right through your
Ismael,
eyes. It makes me so mad.
he has changed so radically over the past months. He's not even, it's like his personality.
Yeah,
has
but
changed.
you see what's going on? We're kind of in a revolving circle right
Yeah,
now, not making things any better, because right now you guys are continuing to bicker. And we're just here listening.
I know, and
So
I don't know what the
here's what we're going to do.
is.
All right. We're going to separate you two for now. We're going to talk to you.
Where is he going?
Staying right over by her car. That's it. Because obviously it's toxic
I
to
go to
somebody.
his room to collect his phone
Okay.
and his scooter, and this is what I'm the parent, and I'm still in charge here. I think.
Okay.
Right? Is that correct?
Like,
Or,
in charge of what aspect?
in charge of him, in charge of my house, in charge of what he does and doesn't do, what he is.
You're
and
the
isn't.
biological mother and 100% custody of him, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Okay, so when a parent tells a kid to hand over their phone, they're supposed to hand it over, right?
Yeah, but you're of course going to come across, like today's case scenario where they refuse to.
And what happens when they refuse to do what they're being told to do?
You resort to a different form of punishment. Like if he goes in the room and closes the door, you take the door off.
Okay, that's taking the door off, but that's still not. The phone is the important thing to him. That is the lifeline for every teenager these days.
Okay.
So
Does he have any gaming consoles?
yes, he does,
So-
and that needs to go too. But the phone is more important. The phone is the lifeline.
Okay.
So without the phone, there's not much they can do. And I'm the one that paid for the phone, so that means I own it, and I'm trying to get it back.
Right.
And he's refusing to give it back to me. I'm just, we've had this issue before where I've tried to take things away from him. This is what
I think the other time I was
It
there
was an Xbox.
It was the knife. I think
it was a knife, yes. And then there was an Xbox that I tried to take away, which is what got my husband arrested in the first place. Because me and him, when I was 7.5 months pregnant with my 4-month-old now.
Was that the warrant incident?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is over an Xbox.
Yeah.
I was about to get into a physical fight with him. So in order to prevent that, because I didn't want to hurt my child, I called the police.
Yeah.
And instead of fixing the situation or pacifying the situation or helping the situation with my son, who I called for, they take my husband on a 22-year-old misdemeanor warrant.
Yeah.
Okay? And now I'm still having this issue. My husband and my son, they can't be around each other. They just can't. My husband...
Because they don't get along?
My son has... Actually, you know what? In the beginning, they were best friends.
And it just started going down.
My son started just being disrespectful. Here's the thing. My son is disrespectful to me. My husband does not like that. My husband will come to my aid. My husband does not talk. My husband's Mexican. In the Mexican culture, you don't talk to your mother that way. Ever.
That should be every culture?
Yes.
Okay.
It should be every culture, but it seems like in this culture, that's pretty normal. Or at least in this day and age.
Just because there's no discipline anymore.
Exactly. But you don't speak to your mother that way in the Mexican culture. You respect your mother no matter what.
Yeah.
My son talks to me like I'm a piece of trash. He calls me a to my face. He calls me a slut. He said I cheated on his dad. I did this, I did that. I'm a drug addict and all of this. And my husband's not going to sit there and just listen to that. So he's going to speak up. He's going to tell my son, you need to shut your mouth. You need to apologize to your mom. You don't talk to your mom that way. You respect your mom. And then my son wants to get into it verbally with my husband. And at that time, I'll send my son out of here because he's not going to disrespect my husband that way.
Yeah.
So they've been butting heads like this for 1.5 years, and I'm in the middle of it, okay? My husband tries to be friendly with my son. My son just doesn't want to have any part of it because every time me and him get into an argument, my husband's going to be on my side because my son has no right to talk to me that way. So obviously he's going to side with me. And my son, that's why he enrolls my other daughter to have someone on his side.
Yeah.
So it's just a big war between us, and I'm not going to, you know, what can I do here? You know, my husband is now arrested over a verbal argument that took place almost 2 weeks ago, and he was arrested at 2 o'clock in the morning for that. I'm in the process, because this is all wrong, of course I'm going to get him a lawyer. He doesn't deserve to sit in jail for this and to be charged with this crap, with all of the other things that are going on with us, his deportation and all of that. You think we need this on top of it? No way. And my son thinks that he's going to just still continue his merry life, coming and going whenever he pleases, going over to my daughter's house to get high, coming home whenever he wants. I grounded him. That's what started the whole argument in the first place, is because he skipped summer school. He's only allowed 2 absences. He skipped it for the second time for no reason, probably because he went to bed too late and then didn't get up on time. So I grounded him, and I told him he wasn't allowed to leave. He left without my permission. Me and my husband went to the park to go play ball with my other kids. When we got back, he was back, high, stoned. I got into his face about it. I said, you were not supposed to leave. You were grounded. You left. You come back high. And then the whole argument started. And then my husband gets arrested almost 2 weeks later for that. And my son still thinks he's going to have his phone. He's going to have his Xbox, he's going to have his scooter, he's going to come and go enjoy his summer vacation while my husband sits behind bars. And he's going to refuse to hand me his phone and refuse to accept any kind of punishment for his defiance. Do you guys see what's wrong with this picture?
I just wanted to clear up the defiance part. He's not getting in trouble for your husband being arrested.
No, that has to do with him, yes, but that's not what he's in trouble for. He's in trouble because he refused to hand me the phone. I already spoke to a lawyer, and the lawyer said he's going to want to talk to him. So I was just informing him that that's what we're going to do. He said, nope, I'm not going to have any part of this. He deserves to sit in there. And I said, well, what about you? You think you deserve to sit here nice and comfortable with your phone and all your things while he sits behind bars? And he said, yeah, I deserve to be nice and comfortable, and he deserves to be in there. I said, give me your phone. Because he doesn't deserve his phone. If he's going to have an attitude like that, if he's going to be defiant and act like a little shit like that, no. He doesn't deserve his phone. He doesn't deserve his scooter. He doesn't deserve his Xbox. He doesn't deserve to go and get high over at my daughter's house. He doesn't deserve that stuff. So he wanted to refuse to give me the phone. So I tried to take it from him. He hid it from me. He tried to leave the room. I blocked the doorway. He's trying to push past me. And I told him, I said, you could be charged battery right now for just pushing me. And he's like, what? This is battery, poking me and all that stuff. I said, yeah, that could be considered battery. That's what my husband is being charged with for absolutely nothing. When you lose control over your own kids, what do you do? That's the question.
Are you saying you're losing control over a phone?
No, I've lost control over my son. He comes and goes.
Have you tried the methods that we provided you?
He completed a 35-day program in Palatka a month ago.
Okay.
He was there for 35 days straight. And when he got back, he was doing good at first for about a week.
Okay.
After about a week, he started slowly slipping up until it got to right where he was before he went in.
All right, now have you tried, looking into potentially a different program? And I know it sucks, but maybe that one just wasn't cutting out, especially since he's been there for quite some time.
That program was free.
Okay. Are they allowed to take him back, but for an extended period?
They are allowed to take him back, but only for another 35 days, and only if there's a bed available.
Okay. Try again. Maybe the first time didn't work. Second time, it might. But if you do it 3, 4, 5 times, then we're looking at the definition of insanity. So,
on whose part, his or mine?
Just in general, because if the facility's not working the first time and then it's not working the second time, it's not going to work the third or fourth or fifth. Then we're going to have to branch out to other resources, because I'm sure there's got to be another.
Yeah, my preference would be to put him in a boot camp or
like a militarized,
But those things cost thousands of dollars,
Right.
which I don't have.
Correct. And I totally understand, especially with nowadays with financial things, like it can
I don't
add
work.
up.
I have a 4-month-old, an 18-month-old, and 6 other kids. My husband's in jail. Like, what do they want from me? You know, I'm about to be homeless. So, like, what more do they want from my family, from my life? I'm not quite sure. My son doesn't give a crap because he thinks he could just go and move in with his sister over there, even though it's not even her house. It's her grandmother's house. And she already said he could not live there.
Well, that's all. That is not the point. It's that you have custody and you make those decisions.
Exactly. But I might as well not have custody at all because he does whatever he pleases. He is as big as me. He's stronger than me. And if I try to physically stand in his way, like I did today, before he called 911, he's going to try to physically push me out of the way, which he did.
Hypothetically, like if let's say we go back in time and you asked him, hey, can we go talk to the lawyer? And he's like, no, Mom, I really don't want to.
Oh, it
And that's
wasn't
it.
like that.
I'm just saying, what if?
If it was that way, then we could talk about it.
Okay.
But if he's going to be straight up obnoxious
And
and
mouthy and-
defiant
okay.
and rebellious to me, it's the attitude. I don't tolerate that kind of attitude.
I understand.
I didn't raise my kids to be like that.
Correct.
My son was never like this before. Ever since he started smoking pot, he's killing his brain cells and he is radically changed into a different person. I don't know if it's laced with something. I don't know if he's doing other things, which is why I want him tested. But something is going on with him in his mind. He's not the same kid. And it all really started when he started smoking. You must have heard about this happening to other kids too, where their personality changes, their demeanor changes, their behavior changes. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what my husband and him don't get along about, is because my husband doesn't approve of him smoking pot, and neither do I.
It could be a narcotics thing, but at the same time, he is 14. He's
14 and a half. He'll be...
when it just starts though. Even everything. I'm not talking about
I know.
I'm talking about
I know, the teenage rebelliousness and the defiance. I was a teenager once, so I know. But I certainly didn't take my this far. I didn't do that. You know, there was a limit that I knew. And, you know, back then, if I got out of line, my mom called the cops. They took me to beach house immediately. I guess they don't do that nowadays. So the parents that are dealing with this nowadays, what do we do? You know?
It's a different world.
It is a different world, and it's absolutely not fair. I have had this issue with my son before, okay? He's been here. I don't even know, maybe you witnessed my son screaming and mouthing off to me.
I haven't witnessed it.
Actually, maybe I showed you
until a little
recording.
earlier, where you guys were inside having a little.
I think I showed you a recording. Part of it, I made a longer
I think
recording.
I remember that.
I
Sorry.
made a longer recording that something happened to it, and I had to show him a shorter one. But I record these things, so I have proof.
If you feel that it's going to escalate, reroute to something else. That's what I've explained to you. Because our goal here is to de-escalate, okay?
Yes,
and the phone, I get, you want to win this battle. You want that phone because you have all rights to that phone. It's just a privilege. I'm totally in agreement with you. But the better portion of it is, sure, you have all that rights to take that phone away. But if you know it's going to escalate and you two are going to fight and potentially either you or him go to jail, you best just avoid it and reroute to something else. If he has a console, a scooter, a bike, take those away. Worry about those. In time, you will get that phone. As of right now, emotions are really high, okay? We cannot disagree about that, okay? They're really high.
Slept on. I don't know if you guys know everything.
Mom, they don't know, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
But I can assure you're in a lot of stress, especially with 2 a.m. last night. You said it. How late or early, however you want to consider it. I believe you didn't sleep because of all the stress that you just endured in the last 12 hours.
It's not
12
just what I've
24
endured,
hours.
it's been what I've been enduring since last December.
Oh, believe me. And like you
Okay.
said, I've been here before. I know. I've been here. You have a lot of stress. I know.
And my son still has the freedom to go and do whatever he pleases with no consequences.
That's why I'm trying to give you a suggestion. If one way is not working, and that's why I keep bringing up the phone part, because I know you want that phone. You want it.
Don't let the phone be an issue right now.
Don't let that bother you.
That's not the point.
You might feel safe with that phone right now. That might be a safety thing. So let him just chill, okay? Just chill with it. It's gonna be okay. You gotta calm down and get sleep. I'm gonna help you, okay?
I honestly don't want your help.
It's gonna be okay. I know. Come on.
I don't want your help, Mom.
I have to leave my country. I have to leave everything I know and start over somewhere in a dangerous country that I don't know if I'm going to survive. Okay? All because of this. Does anyone care? No, they don't. My kids are innocent in this, and they belong here. We all belong here, and we all have to leave because my husband isn't allowed to stay here, all because of this. And my son doesn't give a shit. He calls me delusional, crazy, psychotic. He says I should go to jail. All of these things. My older daughter has been turned against me. My 3 older daughters have been turned against me because of what my son tells them, okay? And because they hated me already because of things that happened in their life many years ago that they still hold grudges against. If he really cared about his mom, he would stop doing this.
Listen to me. I am here right now talking to you to ensure you that some people do care, okay? I've been here I've been here a couple of times, okay? I care about you. Hell, I care about everyone.
We're about to be, we can't pay our bills. I'm about to be living in a shack on a piece of property with a bed and an air conditioner in it with 8 kids. Because I can't even pay my bills. Because my husband's not allowed to work, even though he built half of this town. I'm gonna help you pay the bills. He's been working in this town since it was just a few back roads.
Listen, you're saying that you haven't had support and everyone is against you, but someone next to you is helping you.
My mom's the one that called DCF on me.
But she's not gonna let you rot.
Mom, I'm still waiting for you to admit that, and you won't, and you probably never will, even if she's not the one that actually made the call. She's the one behind it.
I have no idea who made the call, okay?
My brother-in-law.
The past may be struggling, but you got to focus on right now, okay? You have support right here. Don't just assume she called DCF, because if you drill that in your mind and you let that build, you're going to hate her.
One of my family members called DCF.
Right, but that's the thing. You can't point fingers until you know.
Everyone's concerned about what...
If you look at everyone and blame everyone for your current situation, they're all going to be against you.
They're
you can't
not
do that.
helping me. They're just making
Someone's
it
trying
worse.
to help you, and she's not making it worse.
My situation was already like shit because my husband is awaiting a federal sentence. Who knows how long he's going to get. Once that's done, we're getting deported immediately. And now we have this to deal with on top of it. There is an allegation or multiple allegations going around. Nobody will tell me who said it and to whom and to what was said. I'm in the dark about all of this. That me and my husband hit each other. My husband gave me 2 black eyes, smashed the window out to my car. And with coffee?
And getting in, physically putting hands on my son. None of these things happened. I was there the entire time, and I was watching everything. I didn't leave the room for a second. So I don't know. You know, my older daughter is angry at me. So her dad is in prison for 20-something years, and you know, she's got a lot of resentment. And
why would your daughter be angry at you?
to be honest with you, I don't know, because she thinks that I haven't been in her life as much as I should have been, that I haven't been involved as much.
So she seems neglected?
She's 22 years old. She's a college graduate. She has a good job. She makes money. She has a car. I mean, she has everything. She doesn't have to live. She doesn't live on her own. She doesn't pay her own bills. She lives 5 minutes away. She never comes to visit me. She never calls me. She never answers my text messages. And then she wants to be angry at me. What am I supposed to do? Kiss her ass? Beg for forgiveness?
No, you do whatever you feel is right.
I'm done with it.
I'm sorry. We just didn't want to make you feel like you were left.
I just took the door off the hinges. He grabbed it out of the garage. He's trying to put it back on. So, next step.
Hey, Cruz. I told you this wasn't going to turn out. Can I come in for a second?
How are we going to stay in the same house together?
Yeah.
Do I need to leave? Do I need to take
no.
all my kids and get a hotel and leave him here?
Listen to me. Hear me out, okay? I'll be real with you, okay? Right now, you just need to separate yourself from what's going on here. And that doesn't mean leave, but that just means...
I took the door off the hinges.
I know that, but maybe right now, just breathe. That's it. You're going to get very emotional, and that's not good environment for the baby you have in your arms. Right now...
Does my son care about that?
Listen.
He is getting away with murder right now.
He really is. Do you remember last time you kept telling me that he doesn't give a about you and all of that? and then he left with your mom. They had a good conversation, and you guys were able to talk, and you were able to see that he does care about you.
Then why is he doing this? Just why? Why doesn't he listen to me? When I ground him, why does he leave? Why does he keep smoking pot? Why does he talk back to me? Why doesn't he listen? Well, if he cares about me so much and he doesn't want to put me through all this stress, why does he keep doing this? He can't even answer that. Because he thinks only about himself, like every 14-year-old.
Well, you just kind of said it. He's 14.
But that doesn't give him the right to do this.
I'm not saying that it gives him the right to do that, but you being so highly emotional, him being highly emotional, and we already know that he has some behavior issues, that's not going to help.
And he's getting away with all of this. What is that teaching him? To me, that's teaching him that if he acts out enough and he resists enough, then he's going to win the battle. That's what it's teaching him.
You have to choose your battles.
It's everything with him is a battle. Everything.
That's why I'm telling you, you have to choose them right now. You cannot fight every battle with him.
If I tell him to, if I give him a simple order, like, hey, you're not allowed to leave, he'll wait until I'm busy doing something and he'll dip out of the house without telling me.
And that's when you call us and you say, he left the house without my permission, okay? Aside from that...
And then what are you going to do if I do that? Go get him and do what?
We'll bring him back home, and if he says he's going to run away again, then he'll be Baker acted. And I'll explain that to him. I don't want him to feel like I'm talking behind his back. So I'm going to make sure that anything I say to you, that he understands what I'm saying. Okay?
So he'll be Baker acted for running away.
If he continues to, because it's dangerous, because it's not making the proper decisions, and it could be dangerous to him. So that is a possibility.
I was never told about that before. I was told that only if he physically hit somebody, or he threatened to kill him, or tried to kill himself, or somebody else, then he would be Baker acted.
And that's also if there's no room at the beach house or interface or something like that.
And the interface people called me and they wanted like a status update on him to see how he was doing, that he was starting to slip up again, skipping school, summer school, saying that he didn't care, smoking pot, going to the grandma's house when he's grounded, all that stuff, being disrespectful. They said that he can come back. And I told him that he was gonna go back. And he's like, you can't get me in the car. I won't get in the car. The police aren't going to get me in the car. I'll run away. I have people that I can call that can take me to another state. He told me all of this when I threatened, or not even threatened, told him he was going to go back into the program.
He's going through a lot. You're going through a lot. You're both in crisis. And the way that people...
He's not going through anything that every other 14-year-old doesn't go through. I have 3 other kids that passed the age of 14. I was 14 once. Every teenager goes through this, but they don't cause the problems for their families that he's causing.
He said when she was ready to go, he would go. I told him that if he refuses, that you guys are going to call us back, and then we'll come back out.
And I'll take him with me. I'm going to get the other kids McDonald's, and you, something you
I
haven't
don't want anything.
You have to sleep and stuff.
Alright.
Actually,
Hey, we're back again. So, here's the thing, alright? You are being placed under arrest, alright? Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
I need to call my mom and have my children here.
Alright, we are going to have that arranged, okay?
I have my children in that room.
I understand.
Why am I being placed under arrest?
For child abuse, ma'am.
What did I do?
We have the deputy that has that information here, so if you have those questions, we're gonna...
Chucho, go in the room with the kids and call Nana on my phone, and call Aunt Kiri too. Tell them I'm being arrested.
We're gonna step outside?
Can I wait for my son to get a hold of someone, please? I have 2 babies under 2
For someone to
years
come
old.
over here and look after them?
Yes, a family
Yeah,
member.
we're gonna worry about that.
Who's...
It's going to be your mom. We're going to...
Yeah, your mom's coming over here.
Okay, so we're not leaving anywhere until she gets here, right?
Yeah, you are not in control of this. We have Teresa here to look after that until someone gets over here, okay? So now you have to comply with us and you have to step out.
Can I put some pants on?
We're pretty much past that. What you're wearing is, I would say, fine. I mean, either way, once you get to the jail, you're going to be changed out of it.
And how am I...
Are those blue Crocs your shoes?
No, they're
No?
not.
Okay.
I would like to know how I'm being arrested for child abuse.
Okay, well, we have the deputy over here to further explain that for you. If you come right this way.
Just take
hold Daniel, Chucho.
She wants a little bit of an understanding of what's going on right
Yeah,
now.
I really do.
Well, just go to the car real quick.
Yeah,
And then I'll
okay.
everything.
Do you have anything on you focus?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You're not
Have
going to
to
cavity search me, are you?
Nope, doesn't work like that. But just so you are aware, if you do enter the jail with anything on you, it's an additional felony charge.
Well, with all due respect, I don't do anything like that. And this is all a mistake.
Well, I say it to everybody, so.
Can you talk to me about what happened earlier today in the house?
Is that why I'm being arrested?
It definitely plays a part.
First of all, I'd like to know what child abuse charge I'm being charged with.
Child abuse. That is the charge.
What there has to be a case or a situation or something. It can't just be child abuse. There has to be a circumstance or something. I know that.
It's regarding the same circumstances of what
Okay, but what am I being charged with? Hitting my kid, one of my kids, or what exactly am I being? I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand that. I haven't hit my kids. And you can ask all of them. I don't understand.
You don't necessarily have to hit your kid.
I don't neglect my kids.
That is what you're getting charged with.
I'm getting charged with
More on the neglect side. For
Neglect.
failing to act while he's being hit.
Okay, that never even happened, so I certainly didn't fail to act at all.
I've got multiple people saying that.
Who?
Children.
Who is?
I'm not going to go ahead and go down the list of all
So,
and tell you which one's talking.
you
If
say-
want to read about it, that's fine.
I'm going to. You're telling me that you have multiple children telling
My
you.
question to you.
I don't remember you interviewing any of my children. Did you?
My question, yes.
When and where?
My question to you is, what started the argument?
I'm not going to answer that. I want to know when you interviewed my children.
Well, I don't really have much else for you.
I want to know when you interviewed my children because you're telling me that you interviewed my children and I know you didn't. So that means you're lying. This is my life, this is my family and my children that you're lying to me about. I don't even believe that's legal.
Well, it's clear to me that you are heavily in denial about some things.
With all due respect, officer, you don't even know me.
I don't-
You don't know me?
I have come to know a
You-
lot about you in the last couple of days.
You don't know anything about me, officer. I know that you talk to my sister and my brother-in-law who don't even know about me either. They don't come over to my house. I don't go to their house. We don't chat on the phone. They're not involved in my life.
I know that you were lying to me yesterday.
I didn't lie to you about anything.
You didn't lie to me about the window being shattered in your van.
No, I didn't. Does the window look shattered in my van?
Not anymore, but it was.
Somebody made a remark about the window being untinted and when my other windows are tinted. Look at my driver's side window. It's not tinted either. Both of my front windows are
I talked to
untinted.
George last night and he told me what happened.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm sorry.
He would I want to know about the incident that happened with the window and George.
There is no
Whether or not he hit you.
There is no incident. I'm sorry. My husband has never struck me or my children, ever. I don't know what you're talking about with that or the window. Okay? I don't know where you're getting your information from. I really don't. You say that you're getting it from my children, which I know is
Why would George have something to say about it?
I don't know what you and him talked about. I don't know anything at all. I'm certainly not guilty of child abuse. My husband didn't do those things that you guys are charging him with. That's all I know.
So your mom, is it Martha?
Yeah.
Martha's on her way to hang out with all the kids. Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna do that for you.
I need
Any
to-
objections there?
What's that?
Any objections there? Are you good with mom?
No, there are no objections.
That's why I'm asking.
I want to read the report that you have of the child. This
I gotta
is
type it.
okay. So you don't even have a report, but you are lying to me about speaking to my kids because I know you didn't. I'm not sure who wrote that report, but I can see a lot of lies in there.
What report?
What was just on the previous page?
All this? These are everything that was relayed to us from dispatch.
Yeah, it says that I
was trying to take his phone because he refused to help me with a lawyer
That was relayed to dispatch from your son.
Okay. Is punishing him for not talking to the lawyer and helping her husband that abused him. Wow.
The woman was charged with tampering with a felony, third-degree proceeding, and child neglect without great bodily harm.